Hello YouTube, I'm Drystan Kreed, you already know that, and I'm getting it on with another video. You already know that yesterday was Friday Night Smackdown. I'm recapping, I'm predicting, let's get into it. So before the show would start, we'd have some injury reports from War Games last Saturday. Turns out Big Bronson Reed has a broken ankle, Tonga Loa has a torn tricep, and Big Jim Uso has broken his toe. Now, this is to be expected with such an extreme match, but 3 injuries is a lot, and we're definitely going to miss all 3 of these WWE superstars. We'd see Solo Sikoa entering the arena with his new bloodline, and they'd lay out a few guys, including Apollo Crews and some security men for the WWE. They are very clearly upset with losing War Games last Saturday. Our first segment will be started off by the undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes. Now, he would be interrupted by one Chad Gable with American Made. Now, they are on Raw, I believe, but we would later find out that they are here by call of Nick Aldis for what they're calling a draft opening or something like that. So they're going to mix up some superstars, move some people around. I think it'll be interesting, maybe, especially if we have some NXT call-ups. That's what I'm looking forward to here is NXT call-ups. And maybe they'll move Drew McIntyre over to SmackDown or CM Punk over to SmackDown. CM Punk over to SmackDown would make more sense to me because he's been gone so long and there's more rivalries here. And it would set up his favor that he has with Paul Heyman a little more if they're both on the same show. So that's what I'm seeing there. Again, really hoping for some NXT call-ups. I'm not really sure who. Maybe a Ridge Holland, maybe a Trick Williams. We're just going to have to see how it goes, but I'm really excited for this. Anyway, Chad Gable would challenge Cody Rhodes to a match, and Cody would accept quite happily. I think Cody Rhodes laid out the challenge, actually. Yeah, Chad Gable would say that he could beat Cody, and Cody would be like, oh yeah, let's see. So our main event would be set, Chad Gable versus Cody Rhodes. Sure to be a good match, and it was, but we're going to get to that last. Backstage, we see Naomi and Bianca Belair. Now, Naomi is getting ready for her women's U.S. title tournament match, and Bianca is saying that once they get through the women's U.S. title match, that they're going to start trying to figure out who attacked Jade. Now, Bianca would get into a little argument with Piper Niven and Chelsea Green, because she thinks that Piper attacked Jade. But she would end up getting dropped by Piper and Chelsea, which doesn't surprise me. It's a 2-on-1. And this would set up a match that will be coming up very shortly. Then, back out in the arena, we'd find out that Jesse Ventura is in the house for Friday Night Smackdown tonight. And we are also told that the Body will be on commentary at Saturday night's main event. How exciting. Then we get to that Women's United States Championship tournament match. This would have hometown favorite Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and Elektra Lopez. Now, this was the first time I've seen Elektra Lopez compete, and she didn't disappoint. She had some good character work, she had some good ring work, and she did have this Blue Thunderbomb variation that I thought was really good. Now, of course, Tiffany Stratton would pick up the hometown victory, moving on in the tournament. Now, I do not see Tiffany Stratton going all the way here. My pick's Chelsea Green. So, my prediction, Chelsea Green at Saturday night's main event. But big win for Tiffany in her hometown. You can't take that away from her. We'd cut backstage to see the Street Profits laid out. Clearly injured, unable to compete in their tag title match tonight against the Motor City Machine Guns. Now, of course, this leaves an opening for DIY, who do want this title match, and they're going to get it thanks to Nick Aldis. Now, we're going to get to that match later. That comes on a little bit, and I have a few points to make on that, but they're going to be a little easier to talk about after the match. Then we'd see this match between Piper Niven and Bianca Belair. Now, it's early on we see that Bianca Belair's ribs are badly injured. She's constantly holding them, and they're clearly impeding her moves, her walking, her standing, just about everything, you know? So this whole match, I'm thinking, no way Bianca wins. surely her injured ribs will be too much for her to beat Piper Niven with Chelsea Green's help. Right? Right. So, Piper's winning. Bianca starts getting somewhere. Chelsea interferes. It's looking good for Bianca losing. Again, hashtag Bianca sucks. And it was looking good. And then Bianca throws Chelsea in the ring. Piper's going for her the Yoko bomb. And Bianca picks her up like it's nothing. And I swear, man, like, this, I swear, this whole match, I'm just like, Bianca can't win this. It's just not going to happen. Piper's got this in the bag, man. Big win for Piper. I love Piper. Here we go. I can't stand Bianca Belair, man. I can't stand her. She's beating everyone. She's beating all my favorites. She's laying out all my favorite women's wrestlers on SmackDown with no remorse. There's no remorse from Bianca Belair. Get her out. Someone defeat Bianca for me, please. I can't hit a woman, or I do it myself. Oh, I need some time to recover. Just give me a minute. All right, took some time to get over that Bianca Belair match. Our next segment featured Shinsuke Nakamura coming back after that title win over LA Knight. And Shinsuke wouldn't even finish his entrance, and LA Knight would come out asking for that rematch. You know, I love LA Knight. He's really good. He's got great charisma, but I don't think he's getting his title back anytime soon. Shinsuke's a menace. No one's getting that title off him for a long time. So, LA Knight would be smart, though. He would wear his sunglasses, a.k.a. LA Knight mist blockers. And it was going well, and then we'd see Andrade, too. Andrade was also wearing mist blockers. Unfortunately, neither set of mist blockers had Bloodline sneak attack sense, because the Bloodline would sneak attack both LA Knight and Andrade. But they did not want anything to do with Shinsuke Nakamura. And I wouldn't either. I'd rather fight Solo Sikoa than Shinsuke Nakamura, and that's just honest. So, Solo gets talking about how he's still the tribal chief, how he's still the head of the table, and even though they're two men short, that being Bronson Reed and Tongaloa, they're still a dominant force, and he dares anyone to come try and take him down. Now, they wouldn't be interrupted by the OTC, which kind of surprised me, as we wouldn't even really see Roman Reigns on this episode of SmackDown, which was a bit of a disappointment, but fair enough. And I'll go over it. He'll probably be back within a few weeks, maybe even next week. And I'm really excited to see what this favor is that Paul Heyman owes CM Punk, and I'm sure that's going to be the next storyline for the Bloodline. Then we'd have that tag title match I was talking about between DIY and the tag champs, Motor City Machine Guns. So this match was rocky from the start. A lot of disagreement between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, and towards the end, it was looking like they were going to break up. There was a lot of pushing, a lot of arguing. So Ciampa, being angry with Gargano, would go get a chair and attempt to get in the ring. Now, this would distract the referee, and out of nowhere, Johnny Gargano low blows Chris Sabin. I did not see that one coming. I was totally expecting it to just be Ciampa turning heel, leaving Gargano face. No, this is a double heel turn. Now, both Ciampa and Gargano were heel. So Gargano's low blow would just fix everything between Ciampa and Gargano. And we'd have new tag champs. Short reign for the Motor City Machine Guns. And a big moment for DIY. This was a great match. Very exciting. This whole SmackDown was exciting, really. And it's going to be really cool having heel DIY here. Heel Johnny Gargano is really good. Heel Ciampa is way better than face Ciampa. We're going to see a lot of big matches from these guys. Probably a rematch for Motor City Machine Guns. I'm going to expect them to win their tag titles back at some point. Maybe not for a while. I do think that Motor City Machine Guns are still going to be doing really well in the tag division, even if they don't win back their titles. And I'm just really excited for this. I want to see what they're going to do, how evil DIY is going to be. By the way, I love DIY's new theme song. I like the heavy guitar riff and everything. It's way better than the old one. And without further ado, we're going to get into our main event. But before the main event, there was a quick interview segment. This was Michael Cole and Kevin Owens. So Michael Cole would have this interview with KO set up early on, but KO wouldn't want to go into the arena because he didn't feel welcome, which that's never stopped him before. Whatever. So Michael Cole goes out to the parking lot to meet Kevin Owens in his car, and this would seem less like an interview and more like an argument between friends. It was very different, and I really liked it. A lot of good emotion from both Michael Cole and Kevin Owens. And Michael Cole gets a ton of love on commentary, but that's about it. This was a great segment from Michael Cole. The amount of emotion he showed towards Kevin Owens and everything that's been going on was great. And he really talked to him like a friend. But I'm pretty sure they're friends in real, like, beyond kayfabe, too. So I think that's part of why this was so great, because of the chemistry there. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little bit more between Michael Cole and Kevin Owens in the future, especially with Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes coming up at Saturday night's main event. Now we'll get into the main event. And our main event was, as I stated earlier, Chad Gable versus Cody Rhodes. This was a great match, but I do think our tag title match should have been our main event and that these two should have swapped places. But two great matches is two great matches. The order doesn't really matter that much to me. So what we'd see here was Chad Gable picking apart Cody Rhodes' ankle, and Cody Rhodes having the drive to just grit his teeth and fight through the pain, taking ankle lock after slam into the ring post. And it was pretty brutal what Chad Gable was doing to our champ, but Cody fought through it. Now, at the end of the match, it was looking pretty bad for Cody, as Chad Gable would lock in the ankle lock with Cody's boot taken off. So he'd have twice the torque on Cody Rhodes. And there was quite a few occasions in this match where I thought Chad Gable was going to win. And I would have been perfectly okay with it, because it would have been set up a lot of great matches in the future between Chad Gable and Cody Rhodes. Maybe a triple threat at Saturday night's main event between Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, and Chad Gable. But Cody Rhodes would win in the end with his Crossroads finisher. And it was a great happy ending until Kevin Owens made his presence known. And what did he target? Cody Rhodes' hurt ankle that had been bothering him for the whole match, thanks to Chad Gable. So the men would be broken up and the show would go off the air. Now, I can guarantee that that ankle is going to be a major target for Kevin Owens at Saturday night's main event. And it could cost Cody the match and his title. It was looking bad, and we still have Friday Night Smackdown and Saturday night's main event. So if Kevin Owens can attack that ankle on Friday Night Smackdown and make it injured even more, and then go into Saturday night's main event the next day, Cody's going to be in trouble, and Kevin Owens is ruthless, especially now. And he's got so much anger built up for Cody that I don't think he's going to be able to, he's not going to hold back. He's going to give Cody everything he has, even if it breaks Cody's leg. So I don't know who to pick yet, because at first it was Cody, but now with this injury, it makes things a bit more complicated, but I will have my pick up probably next Friday. Anyway, that ends things off for this video. Thank you for watching. Please watch my next video. You know, the usual thank you for this, thank you for that. Have a great day.